We would say he's the smallest member of our team, except that we'd be lying.
No, he's going to make a huge entrance, and you'll see what I mean in a second here. He was a big-time college football player. He was in the restaurant business. And then...
He told me he ran a coffee shop, too.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. But then he became, through a quirk of circumstances, moves to Orlando and becomes a stuntman. And now he's a full-time actor and works a lot. He'll tell us more about that.
A lot of movie roles. But he's here with us this week.
And his name is Jeff Chase. Jeff, come on out. Yeah, see what I mean? A huge entrance.
Let me just give you a sense of proportion.
Oh no!
Hey, woo! That's how big he is. Jeff, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
I explained that you moved to Orlando. What? Late '90s?
98. Yeah.
98,
The state was on fire.
Yes, driving
down I-4 and fire on both sides of the road. And
right.
My son was 6 weeks old, and my wife next to me said, "What are we doing?" But it all turned out all right, I guess.
Yeah, and you started doing the stunt thing at Disney, right?
Yeah. Back in the beginning of 2000 is when I got involved in that, and then it just turned into a pretty good acting career right now. So hopefully it keeps going, and I'm enjoying myself and having a great time, and get to do stuff like this, you know.
And Jeff, tell us some of the movie roles and TV roles that people would recognize.
Maybe The Mechanic with Jason Statham. I had a lead role in that. I was a guest star on Dexter, The Rundown.
Got killed on Dexter.
Yes, I did. I did.
Spoiler alert.
Yes. Thank you. Transporter 2, Mission Impossible 3. You know, there's been a lot. Don't really like listing my resume, kind of.
That's okay. Brag a little on yourself. You've done a lot of work.
I'm enjoying myself. That's to be able to do something where you just absolutely enjoy yourself is a gift. So
but you're not a Hollywood guy. You choose to live in Central Florida.
No, not at all. I'm not a real big Hollywood fan. I love Florida. Florida's a great state to live in, easy state to live in. So happy to be here, and don't think I'll ever leave. You know, production is everywhere now. You know, it's not just in LA. It's in a lot of the right to work states, and that's what makes it great. So hop on a plane, go to Louisiana, North Carolina, Florida.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is the market in Florida now? The movie industry, the TV industry, there's more production coming here. Is there more work economically? Is this booming?
Yeah, I mean, we always have, 2 or 3 TV shows going on in Miami. And of course films here in Tampa. I've done the Punisher here in Tampa, and a few commercials. So there's always production in Florida. And movies in Miami, so in this area.
It's more cost effective, as you pointed out.
Yes.
And in fact, the state has incentives, tax incentives for filmmakers who
yes,
come in
they
here,
do.
right?
Yeah, and they're always, trying to push for more, and I'm always like, let's go get some more. But it's what brings the work here. It really does, and it creates a lot of jobs, and I love it. I love to be able to, work here where I live, so instead of traveling all the time.
And the climate is great for it, and the geography or topography is great for it, right?
Yeah,
you can get anything you want.
Absolutely, you really can.
There's no covered mountains we don't have. But
but I mean,
they
do a good job, and they definitely have the facilities, the studios, and the crew, and things like that. So come make movies here.
Great. Okay, so you are going to be showing us this week some of the best things to do in Tampa Bay.
The top 10.
The top
right?
10. Tampa Bay's top 10.
Yeah, I got to say, you guys get to sit in the nice studio and everything, and I got to go out and do the real hard work, and I'm out there, busting my butt, and but I was happy to do it. It was tough, so we can talk about it.
So the Cuban sandwich was your first
yes,
adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
We went to the Ybor City, went to the Columbia restaurant, and we made some Cuban sandwiches, and it was pretty interesting. We had some fun, so maybe we can watch that.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
A meal visitors must try is a world-famous Cuban sandwich. And in order to get the most traditional Cuban sandwich, you got to come to the Columbia restaurant. Now I'm here with Oscar, and we're going to go step by step to make one of these Cuban sandwiches. And the best part about it, when we're done with them, we're going to get to eat them. Now this is traditional Cuban bread.
Yes.
All right, made fresh every day. Do you guys bake it here or?
We have a bakery that bring us every day.
Every day, fresh.
Yeah, for 80 years already.
80 years.
Yes.
Wow.
So we cut it better like this.
Nice.
Then when it's like cut it like that,
Right.
we cut it 9.
Oh, we're gonna measure it.
Yeah,
There's
9
math
inches.
involved. Remember, 9 inches.
Ham,
Ham,
pork,
sliced
salami,
pork, salami,
Canova, and
Swiss cheese, and pickles. Dill pickles or sweet pickles?
No, that.
Dill. Good, good. Never mind.
So we're gonna start putting
What is that used for over there?
What happened?
No.
You ate it? You got me, you got me.
okay.
We're gonna start putting that. Pork.
Take the ham.
The ham.
The ham. And you lay it out there.
Lay it out. Yep.
Nice and nice.
The whole bread.
Now this is ham that you bake here every day,
We bake it every day
right?
with a special place that we do. Pork.
Pork.
Let's go with the pork.
And you guys cook the pork here also?
We cook the pork and we marinate it.
Yeah.
We do everything here.
2, 3, 4, and that one's
more
for you.
me. Okay.
Okay.
Next,
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese.
Put it right here.
One with the hole in it where you can kind of see through. Okay.
And now the
Pickles, 2 pickles, only 2 pickles.
Only 2 pickles.
Get it all right on there. Just slather it on. I love mustard. Okay. So yeah, don't be shy. Put a lot on there. Put it on the top.
And now is the Cuban sandwich.
Now, it's Cuban
Now,
sandwich.
but then the next step is to press.
Press it.
Exactly.
So just like,
No.
oh, put it
Not
in
like
there.
that.
Okay.
I got 2 already.
Oh,
made.
look at that. The magic of TV.
Okay.
Oh, and look how they cut them. Okay. How's mine? That okay?
And this is the
And there
Cuban
you have it. Wow. Oscar, thank you very much.
You're very
That was
welcome. It was
amazing.
my pleasure to help
Yes.
you, and
Now-
hope you enjoy it.
Now I'm gonna taste this sandwich
Okay,
because I
taste it.
cannot stand here that long. And you go from the little end or the big
For
end.
whatever you
It
want.
doesn't matter. I'm
It
going for the
doesn't
big
matter.
end.
How is it?
Oh man, that's fantastic. Right here at the Columbia Restaurant, the most traditional Cuban in town, world famous.
I'd say that was
Like
that was
that,
fun.
huh?
It's a
Oh, it
great
was great.
sandwich. You know,
That Oscar was fun to work with. He was just having a great time, and you saw me steal the pickle from him. He liked that.
You know, there was a big thing recently
Oh, there was
where
a Cuban
big
fan-
challenge between the Tampa Bay Cuban, the Ybor Cuban, and the
Miami.
Miami Cuban. Everybody was claiming they were the original one.
yeah, but
the
old-time
best one?
Tampa people tell me that the Cuban is a Tampa
Right.
invention.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I tasted it. That's the best one.
Yeah.
So I say let's go with that
The
one.
Columbia, founded in 1905, and the Gonsmark family still running it all these years later. Pretty incredible.
And what a great history. You know, my mother grew up in Plant City, Lakeland area, and she and her girlfriends, years and years ago, said the big deal was to come to Tampa, go to the Columbia, have a Cuban sandwich, some of that great bread,
Yep.
garbanzo bean soup. I mean, it's legendary in this area, and you got the best Cuban, I think.
I did, and I got to make it, and it was really fun. That the entire area there, Ybor City and Columbia Restaurant, is just such a big operation. And you walk in, it feels like family, and they make you feel really welcome. So being in that kitchen and meeting everybody was just a great time. We had a lot of fun doing
I thought
that.
for a minute there you were actually going to try to press the Cuban yourself, like put your
would,
entire
yeah.
body weight of Jeff Chase on that sandwich.
And nobody would have eaten it.
Well, we also know Ybor City, Tampa as Cigar City.
Yes.
So you can't pass on at least going to see, even if you're not a cigar smoker, the process of how they're rolled and everything is fascinating.
I'll tell you, I learned so much just going there. We got to watch a gentleman who's 89 years old and been rolling cigars since he was 14. And it was an absolute experience, and watching what it takes to roll the cigars. And we kept saying, "Oh, this one, we should try this one." It was great, but you're gonna like this one. This is really fun.
All right.
One thing unique to Tampa Bay's culture is historic Ybor City cigars. Let's go see how they're made. Ybor City was once considered the cigar capital of the world. It produced over 500 million cigars annually. That's right, I said 500 million. And I'm sure that Antonio had a big part in all that.
Now that's a good cigar.
Yes, I know. Now, Jeff, you told us that this guy was so fascinating. You stayed later and just continued talking to him about his life. What was so fascinating?
Well, I really don't know a lot of it because he was speaking Spanish and I don't speak Spanish. So I had JP just talk to him because he had stories and he just wanted to talk, and it was just, you know, you could just see the passion. And watching him work, it's hard to tell on that. Watching him work and the way, everything that it takes to make a cigar, all the different types of leaves and what the wrappers are. And at one point, he's messing with the leaves, and I see him, and I don't know what he's cutting a little piece off, and it turns out he's looking for what he has on the table to patch, and it has to do with the color. The color has to match. And you know, he's 89 years old, still sharp as a tack, and it was a pleasure. Now we'll talk about my debut as a flamenco dancer.
No way.
Now this,
You look like
was,
your feet.
I think I got tricked into this one, like a lot of other things that we're going to see later on in the week, but. We got to meet the flamenco dancers.
Now, is this also
Back
at the
at the Columbia?
Columbia?
This is at the Columbia in Ybor City. It's all right there, which is an amazing thing. You can kind of plan your whole day and never leave the place. But when we went in and we saw them, I was like, wow, this is great. That's really neat. And then they said, okay, you can come on up here and dance. And I was just like, whoa, okay.
Oh my God.
But we had some fun, and I think you're going to get a real kick out of this. And
Okay.
If you came to the Columbia to get a Cuban sandwich, then you can also see the next attraction on our list, flamenco dancing. I'm here with Maria, who's the artistic director of dance here at the Columbia restaurant, and she is going to, believe it or not, try and teach me how to flamenco dance.
Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's do it. I'll follow you. Again. And you do a turn after. After you pass me, do a turn. Exactly.
Now, the flamenco dance, obviously, it's a traditional dance.
Yes.
And is there a story being told?
Spain.
What is the...
Sometimes there is, you know, flamenco is tied in with just, you know, I can tell you something in one word, and that's passion.
Yeah.
Passion with capital letters and exclamation points.
So what time does the first show start?
7 o'clock, and then we have
7
another
o'clock. So you guys
show.
get to hang out, go to the beach, chill out all day, and then come to
We
work.
have fun, we have
That's
fun.
the greatest.
Yeah.
And the last one's at 9:30. And how long's the show usually last?
45 minutes. Otra vez, vámonos. Hey, uno, dos, tres, vámonos.
Experience local flavor, wonderful food, and amazing talent. In Tampa, the fun never stops.
It was like Dancing with the Stars, man. You could go on the TV circuit now.
They surprised me with that, and she was trying to teach me the, you know, what it's about, and it's a proud dance that the male is like a matador. And so all these moves, and I was trying to do them, and we had fun because everybody was laughing. But
How did the arms go? Show us, Jeff.
I think you have to, you got to do this, and then you have to spin, and you got to have the arm up here. It's kind of like you have the cape, the red cape. So.
And they have those shows on the weekends and the evenings, every night, or
twice a day, and it really is, when you're watching, a real passionate dance, and it's really good entertainment, and they're very, very, very professional. They're professional dancers, and they're really serious about what they do. So It was great, but I mean, Ybor City, and that's just the Columbia right there, everything you just saw. There's so much to do there, which is just amazing. And I hadn't been there in a while, and it was nice to get back there and see and have a great time with the folks there. So it is. I'm going back to get a Cuban sandwich right after this.
Made me hungry.
And all the visitors coming into town for the RNC, they've got to make a stop at Ybor. I mean, it's just so much of the Tampa culture, the Cuban, the Italian
tradition.
culture. The people who are still hand rolling cigars after all these years.
I'll tell you, even if you don't like cigars, you got to go see it. You got to go watch this guy roll a cigar.
And for the delegates, it's a stone's throw from the convention center. That's not far at all.
It's a great time. You'll probably see me down there.
Dancing or no dancing?
Well, dancing, smoking cigars, and having Cuban sandwiches. I'm going to do it all again.
Now listen, you're going to be here every day.
Yes.
And you're going to have top 10 things to do.
Yes.
And you're just getting started.
I'm just getting started. This was just a little teaser. We got some great things that you're going to see, and I had a great time. There's a lot of funny stuff that went on, and so hopefully we'll get ready for that and have some more fun with it.
Jeff Chase, everybody. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next, how high tech has become such a major component of Florida's economy.